Open girl.
To the ladies there, so there's no confusion. They love what they're doing. You are locked in to the ladies there.
The Ladies Den, Thursday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell them Saga sent you.
I need a beat today.
Let's get that intro one more time.
Yeah, let's get that intro. Yeah.
Lady K, are you ready?
I know she ready.
You ready? You ready? What?
Key, are you ready?
She coming.
Bayou, Diva, let them know that you're ready.
It's Thursday
Always.
night, they at it again. You got it locked into the ladies den. It's Lady K, Kiki too, plus the Bayou Diva. You know how they do. From breaking news to favorite foods. See what's popping in the city, hot topics too. Advice for your issues if you need to grab a tissue. Just wait till a break, they may say something that'll fit you. Amazing guests live on set. You can laugh to your heart's content. They appreciate the love cause it's truly a blessing. My name's Saga Boss and I approve this message. Ain't no room for hating, truly entertaining. You are locked in to the ladies, so there's no confusion. They love what they're doing. You are locked in to the ladies.
The Ladies Den, Thursday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell them Saga sent you.
Yeah. Yeah. We are in here.
You got to do the thing for me. How I go? Boom, 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 boom. You got.
We in here. Hold on. Here we go. We are in here.
So, what's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Welcome
What's
to the
happening?
Ladies Den. I
Oh,
am.
look.
Look, there she go. There she go.
Look.
We got Kiki
What's up,
in the house. Yay! Oh my God, y'all! Welcome to the Ladies Den. I am your girl, the Bayou Diva.
Woo! Lady K in the building.
KK, what's up? What's up?
First of all, I can't really say enough, y'all, how I got a little hair sticking up. Where is that? I can't even find it. You know, you always got to go backwards. Yeah. Y'all, I can't say enough how I appreciate Lady K to the utmost because this woman is so technical. I cannot do this technical picture and video and music and all that stuff. So I cannot ever let a show go by without telling her how much I truly appreciate her being a part of this podcast because she's that technical part. Me and Kiki, well, Kiki gonna be the talking part. She's getting to that, y'all. She's getting there. She's growing. You know, I'm the talker. I'm the talker forever. I'm the talker. Yes. So I had to say that. I appreciate you. Thank you. And secondly, when I tell you, when you know you got some good sisters, you know you got some good sisters. Because when you can pick up the phone and tell your sister, hey, we need this, and it's done without a question, that's when you know you got some real sisters and you got some real people that got your back. So I want to give another shout out to my girl Kiki because you know tonight's show we are talking about Pride Month. We're talking about the LGBTQ plus community and everything that's going on in the community, you know, families, how to deal with it, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. And so I had someone else that was supposed to make some shirts and she got sick. So I called my girl Kiki. I'm like, The ladies then need some pride shirts for Thursday. When I tell you she stepped in, y'all look at these shirts. Don't nobody do it like cut them up, key, peace, love, and the ladies den. Okay, nobody do it like cut them up, key.
I got you. These. Wait, hold on.
Just hold mine up.
I can't get this bottle open. I'm gonna have to disappear for 1 second.
Y'all know everybody has a shirt.
That's my shirt right there.
Yeah, everybody got a shirt.
That's
My
my shirt right there.
my sister, Lady K, just couldn't get to hers.
Yeah.
But
Got a lot of
just a
crap
little something. So listen, for all your t-shirt needs,
Yes.
hit my girl up, cut him up, key for a shirt. And not only will she design, huh?
I was like, this was on this cuff, y'all. So
yes.
I don't be playing.
Like
I don't be playing.
24 hours turnaround.
Yeah,
you know. So and not only does Kiki design the shirts, but she also cut them up and style them, and no item is safe around this lady, y'all. Jeans, shorts, shirt, hats. I mean, nothing is safe around her.
A shirt becomes an outfit. A shirt becomes a two-piece outfit.
Well, the shirt and pants become an outfit.
If pants become a dress.
A whole ensemble.
How you make a dress out of some pants?
A whole ensemble.
Okay. See, she should have been a seamstress, y'all. But I'm telling y'all, at the room, y'all, look at the shirt.
That shirt is so.
It's so fire.
So dope.
So fire. Do you see that? And look at that. Wait, this way. Look at that mic. Look at that microphone. The ladies in. Look at that microphone. Look at that.
Look at that. That was nice.
But you gotta understand. But you gotta understand the shirt, though. You got the piece. Oh, gotta go this way. You got the piece with the love, and it equals. Oh, the other way. The ladies did. Do you get that?
Hey,
Toy. So again, everybody, man, thank y'all for joining us tonight. I first want to say that I know this topic might be strange for some people, and it's all good. If you don't want to watch tonight, you don't have to watch. It's all good.
Good.
We are gonna be talking about pride and the LGBT. Let me tell y'all something. So, most of you know that I'm a brand ambassador for the Georgia Out first LGBTQ plus Chamber of Commerce here in Atlanta. Shocking to me, we were doing a business summit yesterday, which I volunteered
for. Yay! I'm sorry. My baby, she showed up.
Yes. So I volunteered. Mm-hmm. Hey, I volunteered for this summit, and I found out that we are no longer LGBTQ plus. We are now LGBTQBE.
What is the BE?
Girl, look, I don't know. I gotta look it up. Listen,
that's a lot of letters and alphabets.
Yeah. So and I was kind of shocked. I'm like, why they keep changing and why do they keep adding?
Right.
But there's certain things within the LGBTQBE community that they're adding all of these different letters. I don't know what the BE stand for. I'm gonna look it up. I've been running today, and I meant to do that earlier. But while we're talking about it, I'm going to look it up. So, hold on, y'all. Let me share this. Oh, drinks. Do y'all ladies have drinks?
Well, and listen, guess what? Okay, so I have Metro. I'm still Droid family, but if you have Metro by T-Mobile on Tuesdays, they do T-Mobile Tuesdays to where they give out, little knickknacks, whatever. So this past Tuesday, I went And look what I got, y'all. A tumbler.
You know what? I got a pride cup from them. I got a pride cup from them last year during Pride Month.
And I wanted to get 3 of them, but they say you can only do 1 per phone because I was looking out for everybody.
Oh, dang. I got 2 pounds. I could have went and got 2.
I know, right? And you know what? I didn't even check my T-Mobile Tuesdays because I'm with T-Mobile, and I didn't even check it because I would have went and got one. I'd have went to one store and got one, or I have 2 different lines. I have a business line and a regular line now. I would have got 2.
I would have
went. And in my cup there is some Stella Rose Black.
Hey.
Yeah, we already know that. We already know what that tastes like. But listen, for anybody that's just tuning in, I haven't watched the Ladies Den before. Every week we feature a different beverage. It can be a hard liquor, wine, or teas and flavored waters. I mean, whatever beverage we get our hands on, we feature every week. And we try to feature it from Black-owned wineries or distilleries or whatever. We try to do Black-owned. So tonight, because the ladies and I aren't together, we're doing remotely. Everybody has their own little drink. So long story short, my neighbor across the street, he's a liquor distributor. So he brought me this. I haven't tried it. I can't get it open, y'all. My hands are still weak from that carpal tunnel thing. But this is Stoli crushed pineapple.
So that's vodka?
Is Stoli a vodka?
Stoli, I think it's vodka.
Yep. It says Stoli vodka crushed with real fruit. So it's the vodka with pineapple.
It looks like it's got fruit in it. Is it frozen?
It's pineapple. No, I just put it in the freezer to chill it. Ooh. So the bottle looks like that. But yeah, so it's pineapple.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You gotta hold that, sis. You gotta hold that.
Don't drink it. Hold it for y'all. Okay. Well, I go grab something else after the bar and I put this in the refrigerator.
I mean, if you can open it, then I guess go ahead. But I would love to try that.
No, well then I'll put it on the side. I'm gonna go, girl. We got a bar and I'll go grab something. So hold on, y'all. I just want to share this on the regular Facebook page. And tag people so they can come on like we have.
I'm having the worst time trying to literally pull it up on my my actual Facebook to share it with people. So how was your guys' week so far?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Had a doctor's appointment today.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I now have 2 weeks of an inhaler to do. Another round of steroids for 5 days.
And this is all from what stemmed?
This is it, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Wow.
That is some BS, man.
So that is some B to the S.
That's how our week is going.
Other than that,
yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Kiki?
Yeah, what about you?
So I mean, I'm maintaining. All is well. I will not, I dare not, I shall not complain. God has just been too good, And last time, we were here, we all were a part of the special event that happened on this past Saturday.
I was going to talk about that. Yeah.
Catrice Fields Austin Day and Gala, and that was an awesome event.
It was.
Where I was able to speak.
And you did.
Well, thank you. I held it together. Aren't you proud of me? I held it together.
You did. I was waiting for it.
I was waiting for it, but I held it together.
Yeah. You did well.
Yeah, that was very nice. And I was we were amongst, the mayor, the commissioner of
Yeah.
Barnesville, and we
Yeah.
had 2-time world champ Yaya McClain. And it was just
my personal friend.
And a host of ATLians. Shout out to the fam, TLA.
TLA was in the
Yeah.
building.
Yeah.
Man, that's a beautiful thing when you have a team such as that.
Yeah.
They show up and they show freaking out, and the support is amazing. And I just want to publicly thank everyone that was actually there to support, me and this journey ahead, because I already know that this is just the beginning. So I'm just, I'm very thankful and grateful for my supporters. Thank y'all so much. The decorations, the decor.
Oh, come through now.
Was absolutely phenomenal. Thanks to our girl. Wait, fingers. Oh, there we go. Thanks to our girl, our sister, the Bayou Diva.
Thank you.
Beautiful, man. It was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, it was cool.
I sure appreciate that. It was a lot of work. Trust me. We didn't go to bed till 3 o'clock that morning and was back up at 7.
Yeah.
But I also want to say, again, to concur with you, Sid, this was an excellent event.
Yeah.
And not only by the event being excellent, what made it a whole lot more better is that one person, Catrice Fields Austin, did something so selfless.
Yes. Yeah.
Because this was her day.
Yeah.
They wanted to honor her.
Yeah.
But what she did, she took her day and decided, you know what? Nope. I'm going to honor other people.
Yeah.
And that's what she did. So it was such a selfless act.
Yeah.
It was, it says a lot about her character and the type of person that she is.
It does.
To tell the people that said, I'm going to honor you. And she said, well, I'm going to take my day and recognize people in the community.
Yeah.
And share my day with them.
Yeah.
So I just think that was so selfless, and that was so awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And the next year is going to be even better. Oh, and I just want to give a shout out to the Mako girls who tore it up. Tore that thing up. Yes. I want to give a shout out to the Mako girls, man. When I tell y'all did y'all thing. We're going to have to get y'all on the show and get you guys to perform on the show. We're going to be moving to a new location, so we're going to get you guys on the show. But man, I loved it. Very respectable young women, very classy. The show was very classy, and the voices, y'all can sing, girls. Y'all did the damn thing.
They did.
So definitely wanted to give a shout out to the Mako girls. Awesome, y'all. Y'all just missed an awesome weekend.
Period. Yeah, it was an awesome weekend.
It was just so much love and just so much, just so much peace. It wasn't no mess. It wasn't no talk. It just was peaceful and very nice. So yeah. My week has been crazy as always. Y'all know I'm always running. I'm running now and I'm sitting down. Because I already know what I got to do.
You're running while you're sitting.
I'm running while I'm sitting down.
Okay.
But week was pretty good. Went to physical therapy yesterday. They almost killed me. I almost died, but I think I made it after I got home. I just went to sleep because I was hurting. But other than that, week was pretty good. I'm blessed to be alive. I thank God for all his favor. And I just thank God for being the first in my life.
Come on.
So, we good.
Okay.
All right. So now, happy Pride Month, y'all.
Happy Pride.
There is a lot that's going on in the LGBT. Oh, hold on. Let me find this out.
Oh yeah, with the B and the E.
LGBTQBE. Yeah, because they just changed this. Like, and see, it's not even coming up. Because okay, first, because I'm just gonna say that there's different things. Like there's a LGBTQIA plus,
Yeah, I saw that.
but I don't see the BE that they were talking about at the convention on yesterday. But for people who really don't understand what those letters mean, I'm gonna just educate you that the L stands for lesbian,
Mm-hmm.
the G stands for gay, the B stands, wait, hold on. The G stands for gay, the B stands for bisexual, the T stands for transgender, and the
Mm-hmm.
Q has two meanings. The first meaning is queer,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know it had two meanings, but it says the first is queer, a catch all to include those who do not identify as exclusively straight. Well, let me go back.
Oh, okay.
Let me read all of the letters and what they mean. So let
Okay.
me do that. All right. So the L stands for lesbian, which is a woman emotionally, romantically, and sexually attracted to other women.
Okay.
The G stands for gay, which is used to describe men attracted to the same sex or anyone attracted to the same or similar genders.
Okay.
The B stands for bisexual, and that's people who are attracted to more than one gender. The T stands for transgender, those whose gender identity and or expression differs from cultural expectations. Being transgender does not imply any specific sexual orientation. Some non binary people identify as trans while others do not. And I'm going to read you the definition of non binary in just a minute. Q has two meanings. First, queer, a catch all to include those who do not identify as exclusively straight and or folks who have non-binary or gender fluid identity. Queer was once used as a slur but has been reclaimed by some in the community. Q can also stand for those questioning their identity.
Oh, okay.
In addition to the LGBTQ, some also add the letters IA. I stands for intersex, those born with differences in their sex traits and reproductive anatomy.
Oh, okay.
The plus symbol leaves room for the other sexual identities and orientations not covered in the acronym.
Okay, that makes sense.
Y'all got it? That's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in.
Mm-hmm.
But non-binary means it's just people who don't identify. But I want to give you the I can tell you, but I want to give you the um how do I say it? The politically correct definition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
And their pronouns are they and them, right?
Yes. Yes. And we're going to get into the pronouns and all that stuff as well. But
Okay.
non binary means existing or identifying outside the sex, gender binary, meaning neither man nor woman, or being partially or a combination of these things. Got it?
Okay. Excuse me.
No, read that
Anyway,
again.
okay. Non binary means existing or identifying outside the sex / gender binary, neither man nor woman, or being partially or a combination of these things. So non-binary means that I don't identify as a man and I don't identify as a woman.
Right.
Or non-binary means that I identify partially as a man and partially as a woman.
Okay.
Okay, Kiki, you shaking your head.
I mean, to each his own. But when you get to the identifying part, I mean, with the physical eye, and I have no problem with what you choose, or who you choose. Now, I'm not gonna say what you choose, but who you choose to be with, or who you choose to love, or any of that. But when you say you don't identify as man or woman, I mean, I can physically look at you and say that you are a woman, or I can physically look at you and say that you are a man.
Mm-hmm.
But not
So
necessarily. Not necessarily. I'm gonna rebuttal to your comment, but I want to read this. It says being non-binary is an umbrella term for a gender identity. Okay, is a gender identity is an identifier someone uses to communicate how they understand their personal gender, navigate within or outside our societal gender systems, and or desire to be perceived by others.
Okay.
Now, what you were gonna say, in this day and time, I'm gonna disagree with the fact that you say I can look at you and tell you're a man, I can look at you and tell you're a woman. You cannot.
I know what you were
Because there are some
born.
that look like a man, but they're a woman. There's
If
some
you
that
were,
look like women, but they're a man.
and that's fine. But my whole thing is you were born one or the other. So that's what I'm saying. When they're saying that they identify as either or, like I say again, you can choose. Just like you're saying, if I was I'm a woman. I was born a woman. Granted, you can see that I'm a woman. I have all of the features and I have all of the parts of female parts. But if I want to identify myself as a man,
Hmm.
mentally, you're saying that I want you to address me as a man. When physically, and I can see you were here. You're here as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You were born as a woman. So that, as in, you're not picking and choosing. I mean, one day you wake up and you say you want to be a woman. The next day you wake up and you say you want to be a man. Or, I guess, is that how is that the perspective of it? They're
Well,
not saying whether they're a woman or a man. They just wake up and they choose to be who they want to be on this particular day.
well, I don't think it's to the fact that, and I'm gonna say we because I'm a part of that community.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that is that way. I think that at more than likely at a young age or even when you're older, like most of the time, um, like for instance, boys, um, there you can tell they start really young. They want to wear lipstick, they want to wear heels, they play in mom's clothes and this and that. So they already know that they want to be a woman or they want to live like a woman or they want to do drag shows or they're gay. So they already know. So it's not like you wake up one day, you're a man and you wake up one day and say, I want to be a woman. It's more than likely these feelings are already there. But a lot of times that they don't get the opportunity to act on those feelings. So when you become of age, then you can say, physically, I was born a man, but I identify as a woman because I like dressing up, I like makeup, I like heels, I like women's clothing. So when you're old enough to know and able to speak for yourself, then you can say, I identify as a woman. And I can give you an example. There was a girl that I used to date. Okay. which relationship didn't last very long at all. Last 2 years. This was way before I met V. I was still living in New Orleans. Um, she was a woman, but a man. She almost like wanted to be a man. She wore her breast strapped down. She wore this. We're uncut, we're uncensored, y'all. So if this is too much for you, hey, she wore a strap 24/7. 24/7. And my thing is, if I want to be with a man, I can go and be with a man. That
I always
wasn't
wondered about that part.
Come. Give me 1 second. Hey V, take this. Put that in the refrigerator. I'm gonna come find me another drink. Thank you. Because the girls want to try it. I'm gonna put it up. So for me, it was a bit much for me because I wanted a woman. I wanted to feel a woman. I don't want to strap 24/7. It's good every now and then, but that's not what I was into at the time. So, and it was like, for me, I can't say she was crazy, but her mental was like, you think this is yours. You wear it 24/7.
Yeah.
You think you're a man. If I want to be with a man, then I'll go be with a man. I can't speak on anybody else's feelings. I can't speak on what they like and how they choose to live. But for me, I wanted to feel the softness of a woman. I want, if I'm gonna be with a woman, I want to be with a woman. I don't want to be with a woman who thinks she's a man.
So you don't want a stud, or you didn't at the time.
At the time, so like I can talk about for like V. V will tell you it all day, every day. She a fucking woman. She ain't no man. Okay, but V is what you would call a soft stud because V can throw on the hat and the tennis shoes and the she's strapping up. She ain't doing all that.
Right. Now, the girls was out the other night.
Very much so. Very much so.
I was like,
very much so.
But but she can thug it out. I'm just saying that. And she'll look like a stud. But V's a soft stud. V will put on a gown. She will put on heels, as y'all saw. She will makeup. She do all
that. So with that being said, how does she?
Your daughter say your type of person. Like
that's her type of person.
That's her type of person.
The soft. I mean, like V.
Yeah.
But so my question to that is, how does V identify herself?
As a woman, as a female.
So she's not, and I'm asking this because
no.
So she's not binary.
No, she ain't non-binary. No, she
I
no.
said binary, but non-binary.
Yes, no, she ain't. So, she's a woman, and she will tell you, "I'm a woman."
A woman. She identifies herself as a woman who loves women.
That's absolutely. She's a lesbian.
She's a lesbian.
She's a lesbian.
Right.
So I can get with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can get with that. But because I can look at V and not judging her, but I can see that she is a woman. She is completely a woman.
Yeah.
Who's attracted to women. Therefore, she's a lesbian. You feel what I'm saying? Well, my thing was like when you're saying, and not you per se, but
I know
the non-binary when it's okay, well, I'm a woman, but I identify myself as whoever I want to be, at any particular given day and time. And my thing is with the physical, you were a woman. Now, if you say that, hey, I'm a woman and I'm a lesbian, I'm with that because that's understood. But when it becomes, it's like it started to become complicated.
Right. Well, let me say
and
this,
I'm just I'm speaking on me and my feelings. It becomes I get the lesbian, I get the gay, I get the bi, I get that part. But when you start adding all of the letters and you start adding all of the other definitions and all of it, that's when it becomes complicated. Well, when I feel it's complicated.
well, I mean, and I agree, but the only thing I am excited to be a part of this Georgia Out organization because I'm learning a lot. Because we as lesbian and gay and transgender, bisexual people, we just live our life, and we don't really know what's going on out there in the world. You know what I'm saying? So for me, being a part of this organization, I'm learning a lot about the lifestyle that I live.
Okay.
It is a lot. And I'm gonna say that non-binary, that just came about. Those pronouns, that just came about within the last few years. So they're constantly adding and changing and adding and changing and adding and changing. And it's like, it for me as a lesbian woman, it's kind of confusing because it's just so much like, why y'all keep changing this? Like, why y'all keep adding this? Like, why y'all keep doing this?
If you are part of the community and it's confusing to you, you see what the hell I'm talking about.
Right.
It's even more confusing to me because I love who you love. And, you know, hopefully we'll be able to get my daughter, you know what I'm saying, in on so we can actually, you know, talk a little bit more. But my whole thing with this is I love Quanta for who Quanta is.
Right.
You feel me? I have no qualms about who you love, what you do, and I have none of that. You know who you are. So I respect who you are because you know. But when it becomes and when it gets to be okay, well,
I don't know. Right.
Well, I don't know. Well, today, like I said, well, I'm looking at you. Hey, girl, how you doing? Well, I'm not a girl. Don't act. I'm not a girl. Well, you introduce as you know, like you was talking about the pronouns and stuff. And I've had this at work too. Like I said, hopefully I get a chance to share a couple of stories because again, I work at OBGYN.
Oh, you're gonna get a chance to share a bunch of stories.
So it's like, you know, all these, you know, you want me to bend over backwards to accommodate you. I see who you are and I'm going to respect that, but I'm not bending over backwards. I'm not identifying you as he, him, them, they, thou art. I'm not doing that. So to keep me from being disrespectful, to keep me from being disrespectful, and this has happened on my job. So I just say, once this patient checks in, I have them to finish everything they need to do before they sat down. Because I'm not finna call them up and say, they come, I need to see you, or him, or you, because you're in a female facility. You're in a female.
Okay, well, wait, but you have the misconception of the pronouns. So the
not the way it's been brought to me.
Go ahead.
I say you go ahead and explain. You say I have the misconception. I'm going off of how it's been brought to me.
Yes. So the pronouns are, so you can say David Johnson or Mr. Johnson, you can come to the counter. But when you're speaking about them, then you say they or she or he, him. I forgot him. That, yeah.
Right. Well, female, I work for OBGYN where we treat women. Now, the fact that you've chosen to become
keep talking, y'all gotta step away for a second, but keep talking. I can hear you.
Okay. The fact that you've chosen this lifestyle and you want, because I'm speaking on a particular patient.
Okay.
You chose this lifestyle, so you want to be presented as a man. Well, one of our doctors say he don't treat men. When you come into the office, you bleed, you got all of this type of stuff. Well, this patient was on the hormone. She was going through the hormones and doing all of that extracurricular activity. And she started she started to get into facial hairs, all of that kind of stuff. You know, the tapering down of the breast, you know, and she wanted, and I'm not going to use her initials. I'm going to use some more initials. Her name was Samantha Jackson. Okay. Now, she did not want you to call her by her name. She wanted you to call her SJ for Samantha Jackson.
Okay.
Now, you know what?
Her initials.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I'm okay because those are her initials.
Right.
If you want to use your initials, go ahead. That's fine. But when you walk into the office as a woman and you want me to acknowledge you as, when I say, ma'am, can you come in for a second? And you looking at me like I'm not talking to you because you don't consider yourself as being a ma'am. That's when I have a problem, because you're in a female facility.
Right. You're a patient.
You are a patient here with, you know what I'm saying, with female organs, with female issues.
Right.
So I'm going to address you as ma'am. I'm not going to say sir. I'm not going to say hey you. I'm not going to say them, they. I'm not going to do that. Now, that's not being disrespectful, but that's my job. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to come into my job and want me to conform to what you got going on. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, I'm not going to be disrespectful, but I'm going to let you know, okay, this is how, because it's in the notes. They'll put it in the chart. Well, this patient identify as XYZ, whatever. Mm-hmm. So me checking this patient in, I'm going to say, you know what? I'm not playing these games today. When this patient comes in, this is what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. And that's how I handle it. The note is in the chart, and I'll let the nurse know, hey, this is the situation. Because never, like I said, you don't want people to feel uncomfortable and feel like you're disrespecting them. And you know, some of them is good. Some of them I think is for attention. I have a patient that way as well. So I get all of it. You know what I'm saying? But you don't be upset with me because I don't conform to your way. I'm gonna respect you and your situation, but don't upset me and don't try to change the rules because I don't conform to you. Mm-hmm.
Well, she said, well, and on that
note, but and again, devil's advocate, I understand. Mm-hmm. But I'm just gonna let you know, as an LGBTQ plus person, that would be disrespectful.
What would be disrespectful?
If you don't conform to you it as the they, them, or he, yes, because that's you might not think it is, but they think it is.
So if I don't acknowledge, I'm just, now when I say I'm not going to be so in order for me not to be disrespectful, I just
gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Because that's what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say they, them, like I said, I'm not going to use those pronouns in my workplace.
Right. Gotcha.
On my facility. You see what I'm saying? You're coming in there as Samantha Johnson. You want to use your initials, and I'm cool with that. Mm-hmm. But when you want to come into the same facility and use pronouns, that's a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you're coming in, you're not on your driver's license, it says female. In order for you to get your insurance, it has to say female. Mm-hmm. So when you're coming in there, you're checking out your female parts. Mm-hmm. So again, I would do everything in the perimeter, except for call you a pronoun. Even if, like I say, again, that's my way, because I don't want to be disrespectful. But I'm not gonna sit there and call you the adjective and an adverb and a noun or a pronoun, when clearly, if you want me to say, if your name is Quana, if you want me to say, well, when she comes in here, she wants to be acknowledged as K Starks. You see what I'm saying? Or KS.
Right.
When you come in there, you say, what's up, KS? How you doing? I promise you, that's how I do. Because again, I respect everybody and your choice. You know what you choose. Right. But I'm not finna say them, they, and thou. And you know, whatever the pronouns are, I'm not gonna acknowledge you. Y'all, please forgive me. I don't know the pronouns, but I'm not gonna acknowledge you as
I'm gonna tell you.
Okay,
so that
I'm not
you
gonna
will
acknowledge
know.
you as a pronoun. And we've had that, and like I said, that we've had that, at my job. And one of the doctors specifically said, he said, I treat women in here. If you have, what I'm saying, why are you coming to a women's facility, but you want to be me to acknowledge you as a man? It don't work that way.
So the pronouns are she, her, hers, he, him,
Okay.
his,
Okay.
they, them, theirs.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
So I would feel to be disrespectful if I tell you, she, come here. Hey, she, what's your name? Or hey, she, I need to speak to you. That's disrespectful.
Yeah. But it's not within the gay community.
Gotcha. Okay. But I'm not in the community. I'm trying to adhere, you know what I'm saying, to you. I'm trying to adhere to everything that you have going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not gonna conform. I will adhere to the rules. I'm not gonna conform.
Okay. Well, I mean, to each his own, and everybody, has their own choice and their own right. Um, but I mean, I can't say enough that, they keep changing this stuff. They keep adding stuff. And like I said, I didn't learn until yesterday that now it's LGBTQBE. I still ain't found what the BE stands
Found
for.
what the other B, because we know what the first B stands for.
Right.
But
So
now
I still I still haven't found out what the B is BE.
And you're saying it's not listed?
I looked it up. It's not coming up. So I don't know what the BE stand for. I really don't. So, and I really don't care. It's just too much. It's just too much.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk about the fact about a lot of young folks who are trying to come out to their parents, or trying to hide from their parents, have a very high suicide rate.
Yeah.
Because they cannot go to their parents and talk to their parents. So, me as a member of the LGBTQ plus community, as a part of our nonprofit, I will be making a safe space for those young people to come. Um, I can't speak on anyone's family, but oh, you see my earrings? I got my LGBT.
I was checking them out, baby. Yes, I was checking them out.
I can't speak on, thank you. I can't speak on anyone else's family, but I know for me, it is so crazy because I was, first of all, if you really know me, you know my background. So I used to be a dancer. You could call them exotic dancer, you call them a stripper, you can call it whatever the hell you want to call it.
Right.
Okay. And I was that girl that, it's crazy. I was that girl that said, I ain't seen no bitch that good that make me want her.
Okay.
I was that girl.
I can see you saying that.
I was like, y'all fine and all, but I don't, none of y'all make me want to be, be with a woman.
Yeah.
So as time went on, you get curious. I was like, shit, I'm gonna try this. Okay, girl. But it was that kind of thing. But when I started dealing with women, I tried to hide it because I didn't want my mom to know. I didn't want my dad to know. I hid it for so long. But at least I thought I hid it for so long. But when you're doing certain things, your parents know.
Absolutely.
And when you got all these women coming around all of a sudden, because my mom knew I was the girl. I had a lot of male friends. Like one of my best friends was a man. He taught me about these nasty ass men out here. Okay. So when these women start coming around, and then especially with one of my girlfriends, that one that I told you I want to be a man or look like a man. You know, when she started coming around and I was like, Mom, I'm going with this person, I'm going with that person. She'd be like, mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. You know, and then after I started getting serious with this person, then I was like, man, I'm gonna have to tell my mom. I'm gonna have to tell my mama, you know, and grew up in church, raised in church, all this Christian stuff, and we're gonna talk about that too. Um, I was like, oh Lord, you know, I'm gonna go to hell. And I'm thinking all this stuff in myself because this is what I was taught, and this is what I was told that this is the way it's going to be.
Right, right, right,
So when I
right.
did decide to go and tell my mom, um, my mom and my dad was like, "Oh, we already knew. We was just waiting on you to come tell us." They already knew.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was more easy with it than my mom. For a while, she was just wasn't really with it. Um, you know, but I was lucky. I wasn't one of the ones where my parents was like, "Oh, you got to go. You got to get out of my house. No, this is not going to be. This is that." It was none of that.
Mm-hmm.
It was just be safe out there and, you know, don't be out there playing around. It's the same thing. You can't do
Yeah.
this. You can't, don't do this. Don't do that. So once they finally found out, it was more easier to live my truth, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So who the hell picking up is bothering me.
Yeah, right. Yep, that's it right there. Oh,
Okay,
right
there
there.
you go.
Uh-uh.
So you know, once it was easier for me to live my truth and it was a lot more comfortable. But
Mm-hmm.
it just popped up again, girl. What is this
Yep.
hair doing? Where is
You
it
going the
going?
wrong way. That's because you're going the
Oh,
wrong way.
wait a minute.
Stop, right? Yeah.
I forget. I
Yeah,
keep saying when you're in the
yeah.
camera, you got to go opposite. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Um, whatever. But anyway, so you know, it was a lot more easier. It was a lot more comfortable for me to live my truth.
Right.
Um, then you know, as I started getting out there and I started dating and stuff like that, dating these women, I was like, oh Jesus, I need to find me a man because I can't, you know, I can't do this. But prior to, I was dating men,
Mm-hmm.
and it was crazy though because they ain't no better than the men. And I had to get people to understand that just because a man is with a man and a woman is with a woman, there's no different in the relationships. There's no different. You still argue, you still fight, you still disagree. I mean, not physical. Well, some people, not me.
Right.
But you argue, you fight, you disagree, you love each other, you date each other, you shop for each other, you cook for each other, you romantic with each other. There's no difference. The only difference is it's two men. The only difference is it's two women. There's no major difference in the relationships on how they go, how they operate, and all of that. It's no difference. People think it's a difference. It's a difference on how we make love,
I
but
was
there's
getting not, and I was getting ready to
right.
say, yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's
would
a
probably
difference
be,
in
yeah,
that,
yeah.
but it's no difference outside the bedroom. Let me say that. There's no
Mm-hmm.
difference outside the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna say something you like, and you gonna be like, look, you know, it's the same. It's no different. And I don't understand why people think it's different. And then what I don't like is people's reaction to gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender people. Because not, I won't say the truth. Well, this has been going on since the beginning of time in the Bible days.
Right. Right.
Like men have been sleeping with men forever. And you got these 60 and 70 years old, like, oh my God, what? Y'all been doing it. Y'all been doing this. So why do they act like they don't fucking understand it? You know, that's the only thing that irritates me about the situation. You know, my mom had this movie. I can't think of this movie. Oh, it was right on the tip of my tongue. I wrote it down. I don't know what I did with it, but it was a movie about the Bible days. what is the name of that movie? It was a movie anyway, it was a movie about the Bible Day. They had so much fornication in this movie, so much men on men, women on women. And this was like before time.
Right.
So I don't understand why people act like this ain't been going on. This ain't nothing new. It's just, it's still happening and it's happening in your time.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you acting like it's new? It's not.
At all.
You know, but and then I also hate the fact that families, they disown their kids when they're gay. Like, why? You're supposed to love your child unconditionally, no matter what. Because see those parents that have turned their back on their kids, oh, they better know they got to answer to God for that.
Yeah, I think it's more so of a trying to save face. You know what I'm saying? You're worried about what the outside, you're worried about what the public is going to say. You're worried about, how they're going to look at you. You know, you're going to, just like, I'm just comparing my situation. You know, it's just like me saying that, what my mother did and how my mother passed tragically, that's the reflection on me. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at, because she did, that happened to her, will it happen to me? You know what I'm saying? Will I feel, be that same way mentally? Will I, you know what I'm saying? Will I do so? Huh?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So, it's like, your children are a reflection of you. So when they don't do what you know what I'm saying, how they don't live their lives how you feel that they should live it, then it's a reflection on you. It's just like teenage pregnancy and all of the other type of stuff. It's a reflection of you to a certain extent. But at the end of the day, like you said, at the end of the day, these are your children. My bad. I don't know what these look. It's summertime.
Girl, that. Yeah,
but these are your children. These are your flesh and your blood. So you can be out there with the people all day and going, but these kids might have to be the ones that wipe your ass. These might be the same people that have to take care of you. You know what I'm saying? And you're worried about what they say, about society saying what, you know what I'm saying? Damn that.
But let me tell you, I was lucky because like my family, when I tell you they absolutely love V, I think they love V more than they love me. I was just lucky with my family understanding and being on board with my lifestyle. But I've had friends that have taken their life because of this. Because their families are disowning them and don't want to be bothered with them, and they're going to hell. And I can tell you a story. When I first moved here, one of my second jobs was Children Healthcare of Atlanta, and at the time I had not finished nursing school. I was still a phlebotomist. Well, I had finished nursing school, but I had to transfer everything over to Georgia, but I didn't have to transfer my phlebotomy, and I needed a job. So I started working as a phlebotomist, even though I had a nursing license. But I was making good money at Children's Healthcare. I was making $19 an hour as a phlebotomist. So I was like, oh, shit, yeah, good. Yeah. But I encountered a lady because I'm proud of who I am. I don't volunteer information, but if you ask, I'm going to tell you. I don't have anything to hide. Right. So this one particular lady was sitting around while I was speaking with someone else that was trying to get to know me, another lady that I was working with. And when I tell you, this woman brought me through hell, y'all. Okay. She started leaving notes on my car telling me I was going to hell. I was doomed and I was this and I was that. She started doing, just all kinds of like cruel things to me. She started tampering with my samples and stuff, so where I was getting in trouble. And like, I know I'm doing the right thing. I know my patient. I identify. I mean, like, she started doing all kinds of things. So I had to go to HR on her. When I tell you, she scratched my car saying you going to hell. She
scratched that in your car?
Yes, yes, yes. So literally had to get an attorney, and I mean, just everything. They fired her. They fired her, of course. But the damage that it did to me being new to Atlanta.
Yeah.
So what I did then, I then went into a shell. Like, don't ask me about my personal business. Don't ask me, none of that. Just don't. Because I'm not speaking it. I'm not telling it. I'm not saying anything, you know. So just kind of went into that shell of not really, talking about myself to people. Because it was horrible. It was just, I can't even express that I didn't even think there were people in this world like this. Because whether you agree with somebody's lifestyle in the LGBTQ plus community, I tell people this: when you get to heaven, if your ass is going,
okay,
when you get to that gate, he ain't gonna ask you about me.
Nope.
He's gonna ask you about you and the things that you did. So how I live my life is none of your concern, really. It's none of your concern. Because you don't have to answer for me. I have to answer to God when I go to heaven.
Right.
And that's even if my ass going. But if I'm going up there, I gotta answer him. Even if I'm going down there, I still gotta answer to somebody.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, I'm going up there because everybody goes to heaven. Everybody goes to heaven. But when you stand before God, it's a matter of whether he gonna send your ass down there or he gonna open them gates. Because you have things that you have to account for in your life.
Yeah.
But the way I live my life, who I sleep with, is not one that you have to account for.
And it has nothing to do with me.
It has nothing to do with you. So I just ask that you respect it.
Absolutely.
Just respect it. And, that's all I ask.
Yeah, that's just like being in a relationship with an abuser. Being, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Somebody, this person is over there beating your ass. And I'm, what I'm saying? I'm looking at you. I can speak if you tell me what's going on, and I can voice my opinion. But at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with me. How you choose. If you choose to take that ass whooping, that's on you.
Yeah.
You Absolutely. See what I'm saying? That's on you. How you live your life and what you do behind those closed doors, it has nothing to do with me personally.
Nothing
now,
at all.
The way it reflects me is if it's being brought to me.
Yes. Absolutely.
And if you ask me a question, then that means you either value my opinion or you wanted to hear, because a lot of times people will put it out there, but when others speak on it, they get an attitude. Well, you put it out there. If you didn't want anybody to respond or have a comment or whatever, then you don't say anything about it. But how you gonna put it out there for the public, but then say, don't ask me no questions? Huh?
Yeah.
Well, that ain't your business. What?
Yeah.
You made it my business.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you put it out there, you made it my business. So, if you came to me and you say, Key, I need to talk to you about something. Okay, no problem. Now, my question to you is, do you want my opinion? If you tell me, you know what, I just need to talk. Guess what? I'm gonna be as quiet.
Yeah.
You speak and say whatever you got to say. You ain't got nothing to say. Well, what do you think about? Oh, okay, now you're opening it up for me to voice my opinion. So when I say whatever I have to say, don't be mad at me because I'm giving my opinion.
Right.
You can choose to adhere to it or not. You can choose to go with it or not. But you asked me, you opened that door.
Right.
So like you said, if I didn't call you, don't come for me.
Right. Absolutely.
It would be better if we did it that way. If I didn't call you, then
Don't,
why
yeah.
aren't you knocking at my door? Well, I
Right.
didn't ask you to come here.
Right. Right.
But if I voluntarily
Absolutely.
open that door to you, then whatever you say, I'm either gonna say, you know what, sis, you
Mm-hmm.
right, or I'm gonna say, nah, sis, that ain't even the plan. But either way it go,
Mm-hmm.
you said what you said.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and it's just, again, I don't understand why everybody's so shocked about what's going on in the gays community when this shit been going on for years,
Yeah,
for
they're not shocked.
centuries. This is not nothing new.
They're
So
shocked
why
when
are
it
y'all
comes
acting like this is all new?
And
it
Maybe
happened.
it wasn't in your backyard as much.
That's yeah, and that's what I was getting ready to say. It's because you've been this hater, you've been the one that's always out there, attacking the community,
mm,
saying bad things, this and third, and you turn around and you got a loved one that has now come out,
Mm-hmm.
now voiced it, and now you like, whoa, me in my house, in
Yeah.
my what I got? No, that can't
Mm-hmm.
be. So now you got to eat that shit pie
Mm-hmm.
out there, because guess what? That same those way you was attacking those other people. Guess what? Now you got to either come up to and defend your loved one, or
Yeah.
you gonna turn your back on them, because I ain't got. I don't want to have nothing to do with that. I don't want no parts of that. So you to turn your back on your loved one, like you say, you got to answer to him.
yep.
Absolutely.
At the end of the
Absolutely.
day, love is you love who you love. Hell, I would
Right.
rather love somebody and be with somebody that love me and care for me than to have somebody beat my ass. And I don't care if it's a man or a woman.
That part.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? What I choose to be with a man. That's you know what I'm saying? I choose, but I love you. I have nothing, no qualms about your choice, none of that. When I see you and V together, I'm like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? It's that's love.
It is.
You know what I'm
It's
saying? That's
love.
love. But it's you I look at you all as human beings.
Right. Absolutely.
I don't look at you as that's two gay women and that's nasty and why they do
Mhm.
you got shit to do with me.
Yeah. Yeah. And go ahead.
You didn't do you didn't do nothing to me personally. You
Hmm.
chose to love a woman. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Next, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? We
Right.
got bigger issues out here in the world than to worry about who you chose to love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get out
And
there.
and it's so crazy because when I first met V, I used to tell my friends all the time, why couldn't I meet a man that treats me the way this woman does? Like I want for nothing. I'm always loved. I'm always supported. I'm just, she's always there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
out of all the guys that I've dated, y'all, I never got none of that. She's romantic. She like to travel. I mean, she's just that back. I
She
mean,
loves
just that
cowboys.
everything. And she loved the cowboy. But, but she was just, it's crazy, but she was everything in her that I've always wanted in a man when I was dating men.
Mm,
And it's crazy.
okay.
I'm like, damn, I had to get that in a woman. All right, I'm good though. I'm good.
It is what
But
it is.
it is what it is. But it was just crazy that that had to happen that way,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I mean, of course, I dated guys all throughout my life up until I met V 20 years ago. I'm 50. So up until I was damn near 27, well,
30.
2 years. No, because I dated a few women before I met V. So until I was
Okay.
about 26,
still out there exploring, still out there,
Yeah. So it was like, damn. I was like, girl, you got okay. Check.
Right.
All right. Check. And what's still the deal when we had to go somewhere? It's like, you gonna wear a dress? Yeah, I wear a dress. I wear a skirt. Check. All right. You put some heels on too? Yep. Check. Oh, what? You gonna wear some makeup too? And yep. Check.
Right.
You got the whole, and I it's the whole package.
Mm-hmm.
Some people aren't fortunate to find that I was.
Yeah.
But I would hope that my family loves me no less. And I would hope that my friends love me no less.
Right.
But I'm always careful since I've been in Atlanta meeting people, even though I have associates and I have friends, but even though I have associates who's comfortable with my lifestyle, I still make sure that I don't throw it in their face all the time.
Right.
And since I've been here, I've separated my gay friends from my straight friends unless it's a big function.
Right.
I'm inviting everybody.
Right.
And then either you coexist or you don't have to come because I'm not going to exclude somebody because you feel a certain way.
Exactly.
So I'm just not going to do that. And I've been lucky to have friends that I've met since I've been here who either have kids that are gay, who have family members that are gay, co-workers. I mean, anybody that they know. Everybody in this world knows one person that's gay.
Yeah.
Whether they like it or not, but they know someone.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I try to respect other people and I try not to put that, push my lifestyle on them. That's why I let people know up front, like, hey, this is what it is.
Right.
Let me know if you're uncomfortable. If you're this, you're that. Okay, you won't be here.
That part.
I won't invite you to this particular. I won't. Okay.
Yeah.
We good.
Right.
But you have these young kids out here who are living this lifestyle and that are in this community and they can't be themselves. So they're resorting to suicide. They're killing themselves.
Yeah. And that is sad.
Because they don't have a safe space. And my thing is just love them. Whether you like it or not, you love them. And again, if you don't, you're going to have to answer to the man upstairs for what you didn't do for that child.
Right.
Because little do people know everything you do, did, said, you're going to have to account for on Judgment Day.
Yep.
Everything you didn't do, everything you did, everything you said, you didn't say, all of that, you have to account for all of that.
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't understand how people, it kills me when somebody say, especially a guy, I could change you back. I be want to say, nigga, you can't do shit.
Bruh.
Because
introduce
if you
me
could
to your
change
sister.
Me, but you can't even keep even keep a fucking woman. How you gonna change me?
That's why I say introduce me to your sister. Because you ain't,
Okay.
And the fact that you think you can is why you can't.
Right.
That part. Right.
That part.
Yeah.
But it's just there's a lot going on in the community. This is Pride Month. But they aren't having any Pride parades this month. This is just a celebration of Pride Month. There's a lot going on. There's a lot coming up. Kiki, is your daughter still on? Does she want to talk about?
She says she's in practice, so hopefully we can get her before we leave, before we get off.
So I'm going to ask you a question. Like, how did you feel when you found out your daughter was a part of this community?
It was kind of like the way I found out, but it was like you said, being a parent, when things
I think she's back. Is she back?
Oh, she said, phew. Oh, when you ask the question.
Oh, when you ask the question.
Oh. Someone asked the question.
See if Nisa, see if you can get her in. Nisa.
She said it won't let her.
How can we make her get her?
I sent her the link.
And it won't let her in?
It won't let her in.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
And now you know I don't know how to do none of this, okay?
So I mean, and I guess it's not. She said it's not blue. What that mean?
Let's see.
But to elaborate a little bit on your question, it was one of those. She said, okay, it was one of those. What do you mean?
Send it on the comment.
Because she was having a conversation with a friend, and I, it just didn't sit well with me.
Mm-hmm.
And again, as a parent, but you don't want to believe that in your gut, you kind of know something is a little off.
Right.
And it was one of those, that's my friend. What do you mean, your friend? It was one of those back and forth questions. And then, she was like, well, I like girls. I like, fuck you mean? And she will tell you, she's on here, what fuck you mean? She say, I mean, I like girls. Okay, what, you could elaborate a little bit more. What do you mean you like girls? I mean, I like, I said, but you've been into boys. You got a son.
You got a son.
And it was always, she's never talked about females like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Misha was always, my child was always into the light-skinned boys with the cornrows. You know what I'm saying? She was always specific, with the boys. Mm-hmm. So with this, I'm like, where the hell is all of this coming from? And then, I have other gay family members as well. And I noticed her being around them more. And so my thing, I was like, okay, so it's kind of like are you looking up to them? Are you, it was like it was rubbing off. It was kind of like was she forced into that lifestyle? Because this is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? You out here with me, and say try it. So and I don't know, but it was like, try it. You might like it. Try it. So that kind of it didn't sit well with me too, because I was kind of like, maybe she was pushed and coerced into it. Mm-hmm. But and then we had the conversation, and I didn't approve of it. I was upset. No, I didn't. Oh, she coming. Hey, she made it. We can't hear you though.
Oh, wait.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't see her though.
Talk long because I'm in practice.
Okay, well, go ahead. You go ahead and talk. Quana, you want to ask her something?
I don't see her. I was trying to get her on there.
She's at the bottom.
So there we go.
There she go. Okay.
Oh, wait, it went back. Hold on.
What happened?
There it is.
Real quick. Oh, there we go. Real quick.
Okay.
You can ask her, Quana.
I mean, I just want to know, like, how did you become interested in women, and how did you feel when you told your mom?
Okay, well, honestly, like I told her, she don't believe me. But like, honestly, it's okay, anyway, I've always looked at other females and women since I was younger.
Me too.
And I knew it was kind of different because I was like, oh, she pretty, but pretty in a way like, ooh, she pretty. Yeah. Like, I like her, or I want to know what this like with, her or whatever like that. So, like I said, since I was younger, I've always had that attraction. Now, I've had the attraction to both, but I was more so then, I guess, attracted or dated boys because that's kind of what I knew. I never really knew about being gay, lesbian, or nothing like that. I just knew I was attracted to them. However, I talked to dudes. So, as actually when I moved to Mobile and seeing that it was more common, like literally everywhere I turn, I'm like, okay, well, she was a woman. Okay, she was a woman. And I started to see that many people wasn't judgmental. Now, my biggest thing before all of this, I was big on, like, I guess you say reputation. I didn't want people to talk about me or look at me different because back there I didn't see it that much back home in Atlanta. So I thought maybe if they see me with another woman or whatever the case may be, ill or, look at it differently. So just being down here kind of opened me up a little bit more and kind of made me more comfortable. Now, hold on. I'm coming. 1 second, please. But yeah. So I kind of, open about it, and I've been wanting to tell my mom, but I didn't know how to, because I honestly felt like she was going to kick my butt. I felt like she wasn't gonna be, acceptive of it. Like she was I felt like she was gonna be one of the ones like, no, not my child, one of those. But honestly, one day I was just sitting at McDonald's. I was like, I'm gonna call and tell my mama. And that's just how it happened. And so, like, I knew in the beginning, things are more different now, but I knew in the beginning, she wasn't going for that.
Oh, we lost her. Come back, Misha.
Wait.
So
they called, but yeah, she wasn't going for that at all. And so, but like my thing was, I'm not gonna push it on her. Yeah, at the end of the day, I still feel how I feel. I'm gonna respect her. In one situation, I think I was at my grandma's house, and I was talking to my auntie, and we was talking, and she kind of made a comment to where it's like, don't talk about that around me. No, I ain't, I'm not necessarily tripping about it, but it's just like, I don't want to see it. Yeah, you are how you are. But, as far as the conversation wise, I don't want to hear about it or hear you talk about it because it was fresh. It was new. I understand. So after that, I'm like, I'm going to respect her regardless, but I dare not be all lovey-dovey or intimate or, talk about it at first. But now our relationship with it is good. It's great from what, how I feel, because it's just like at the end of the day, love is love. If this person is treating me and my son right, then at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Absolutely.
So, I can't help who I love. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Kiki, what you got to say? How you feel about it? Well, wait, before you answer that, I want to say something to you, too, that I knew too, because I did the same thing. Like when I was younger, I would watch girls. I'd be like, damn, she fine. But it wasn't like, oh, damn, she fine, she cute. It was like, damn, she fine. Like, okay. Or either she's pretty and like, it's like, oh my gosh, she's pretty. So, and that happened at a young age, but I didn't really start getting into it until I got older. Because like you said, I dated guys because that's all I knew. That's what I knew. But Kiki, what you say? What you got to say?
Yeah, like say in the beginning, yeah, I wasn't, and it was one of those, it was one of those, not my child. You feel me? And I feel that, being that I mostly raised my children by myself. So it was like, it's again, you looking at it's just like her having my grandson at a young age. What did I do? Where did I fail her? You know, they were in school. I mean, in church, dance, band. I did everything that I thought possible to make sure that I was a part of my children and their upbringing and doing it the right way. So where did I fail her? You know what I'm saying? What was it? What did I not do? What did I not show? So, you know, when we had the conversation again, I told her, no, fuck you. No, 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 ma'am. No, this ain't what it is. And, you know, the conversation, that was the end of it. And, you know, when she would be around, you know, those, you know, her friends or in that proximity, I would be very uncomfortable because of one,
they
I
looking
didn't
at her
like
like a piece of meat.
I didn't like the situation. And they
like,
looked
girl,
at me
your
like
mama fine.
they looked at me like I was, I mean, like a piece of meat. I ain't gonna say like I was edible, but they looked at, I mean, like that, seriously. They was like, Misha, me, and I was like, So I would tell her, hey, look, I'm out. You know, I wouldn't, because I was very uncomfortable. But you know, with all that
Can I
being
ask you
said,
a question?
me,
What made you feel like you failed your daughter because she loved someone of the same sex?
because in my eyesight, I knew of others, but not, we talked about that, not in my backyard, not in my house.
Right. Okay.
So what did I not do to prevent it? You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't think. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She was, I mean, she liked boys. I mean, and hell, I used to tell her, you know, get out, you know, leave the boys alone, you know, but whatever the case may be. But it was always, so it blindsided me. I did not see it. Had I saw it, then it would be a different story. You know, like you said, I would be like, oh, yeah, I already saw it. I already knew it.
Yeah.
It was none of that. So for her to drop that bomb in my lap like that, and I'm looking at her like, no, you know, it ain't. But I told her, like, in the beginning, okay, this is what you choose to do. Okay, but don't bring, and I'm, like I said, I'm being raw and uncut, because what I'm saying now, I said it to her. Don't bring that shit around me. I don't put that shit in my face. Don't do all of that, because for one, you have a son. And when it's time to have that conversation with him in that manner, you know what I'm saying? Explain to him your choice and who you choose to love, but don't, like I said, don't throw it, don't put it in my face. Don't force it on me. So don't force it on him. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you choose to do, okay, and that's fine, but don't force it on me. So I don't need you sitting all up in the girl's lap. I don't need you all up in her face. I don't want to see that, because right now you're forcing me, and I'm not with that right now. But
excuse me, y'all. 1 second. I gotta go for a second. Hopefully, I can come back probably with the next few minutes, but I gotta get back in here. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right, baby.
All right.
But it was like, okay, you know, and time went on, and I saw that, because I was like, oh, this is shit. She just it's just a phase. She just being rebellious, because
why does everybody always think it's just a phase?
Because again, this is my situation.
You're not the only mom, okay? Because every mother always feels like, oh, it's just a phase.
Because again, like I said, I was totally blindsided by the whole thing. So okay, she being rebellious. This a phase. She'll get over. She'll, you know, whatever the case may be. But you know, when I saw that it wasn't, then I'm like, okay. At the end of the day, she's still my child. For one, we're gonna start there, and I love my baby regardless. And like I told her, I'm not mad at who she chooses to be with, unless they a woman beater or they an asshole. I don't, at that point, shit, I don't even care. You know, because that's my child, and you will not disrespect my child. You're not gonna put your hands on her, all of that. So at the end of the day, I love her. She's in the church. She's a part of the church. She has to answer. I've done my raising. I've done everything in my power to, as I know, as a parent, to her, for her upbringing. She's a wonderful child. We bump heads because that's what we do. We don't see eye to eye because that's what we do. And at the end of the day, I'm going to let her know exactly how I feel. I don't sugarcoat shit when it comes to my children. Either you're going to like it or you don't, but you're not going to disrespect me. You're going to hear what I got to say. And because she's grown, we have a grandchild that's being raised. Right. So I want him to get an understanding. And as long as he's good, then I'm good. Anybody that come across your paths, anybody that's a part of your life, they have to know that you have a child. And I still don't want, and I'm like, she got her own place, she got her own house, she's 365 miles away from me. But I'm still gonna lay down some rules, some law rules as a grandparent. Whatever you choose to do in your home, that's you. But be mindful of your child. Just because this is what you choose to do, you don't have to parade it. You don't have to do that, because he's still a sponge. He's still growing. His mind is still maturing. I'm okay. I love who you love. You know what I'm saying? And and I can come off because with me, even with my daughter's, her girlfriend that she's with now, she says she was a little intimidated by me. She says she didn't think I liked her because the first introduction. But I'm that parent. I'm that parent. So I'm observing, I'm monitoring, I'm watching, I'm looking at everything that's going on. You feel me? I'm trying to feel the situation out because I'm going to voice my opinion. Now, I'm going to allow you to say whatever you got to say. And then whatever you do, but at the end of the day, my biggest concern is my grandson, because you're in a position where you can take care of yourself. You can make your own decisions. He cannot. Right. So anybody that you bring around my grandson must care for him. Not just you. It's not about you. It's not always about you. You have a child. That's with my son and whoever he dates. You have a child. So my concern, I love y'all, but it's about the grandkids now, because I will F you up when it comes to my grandchildren. Anybody that knows me knows that love stick of candy, which is that boy, and that cupcake, I gives no fucks when it comes to them. I'm not asking no questions, none of that. So love who you love. And she's a good girl. The young lady that she's dating, great girl. Very mannerable, very respectful. When I come around, is mom. It's love, because that's who she chooses to love. If she loves my daughter and she loves my grandson, I have all the most respect for her. And I see it. So I see the love. You understand what I'm saying? Even her past girlfriend relationships, they put my grandson first. So you definitely got me. Yeah. When that boy right there, when you put him above, and you have nothing but love and respect from me. So if she decide to go back to dating guys, it doesn't matter to me. Like right now, we have the best relationship that we've had in a long time. We've come a long way. And I was publicly saying this, and I know she would say it too. But at the end of the day, that's my child. Me, her, and my son, we all we got. Yeah. We all we got. So yes, in the beginning, it was a no for me. It's a no for me. It was a hard no for me, but it was the ball drop. It was like my life was shattered. It's just like me finding out that she was pregnant. She tried to hide it. You can't hide shit when it's women. It ain't nobody but me and you and I. Right. Yeah. Like I told her, hey, T to B, ain't no, and this one of these, ain't no pads moving. We don't, when you're around women,
that part.
When, co-workers, whatever. When you get around a bunch of women, shit start changing. Yeah. Yeah. The cycle, you become on the cycle at the same time. Yeah. Yes. All of this stuff, and that's just the way God set it up. We don't know why that happens, but it does. Right. I'm looking again. I pay attention to my surroundings, my children. I pay attention to everything. So when the pads ain't moving, you feel me?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, but I'm in denial because I'm like, no, she go to school every day. I make sure that she in church, she on the dance team, she's in the band. I got all this down to a science,
right?
And we didn't talk about, sex, yeah, but it wasn't the fact that, mommy, I'm ready to have sex, and let's do this. Now, would I have agreed to it, depending on what age she came to me as? Probably. I was like, girl, go ahead on. Ain't nobody, girl, you ain't thinking about, I'll beat your ass. It's that type of stuff.
Right.
Not too much. But so she held it. You know what I'm saying? Until I made, hey, we finna do this because my gut was telling me. My mind was denying it.
Yeah.
So even though I went with my gut, I was still in denial because I'm like, now again, not my child. So my daughter has been that rebel. She's my rebel. You know what I'm saying? But I love her to life. I will lay down mines for her. Whoever she chooses to love, as long as there's respect, mutual respect, I don't care if it was the dog next door. As long as he respecting my child, I love him. You know what I'm saying? I got a problem with anything outside of that. Love who you love. I'm going to represent for you. I'm going to represent for her and anybody else. I got plenty of family members that's a part of that community. But guess what? Right. I love them because they are human beings, and I love the people that they are. It has nothing to do with the lifestyle that they chose. Period.
Right.
Period, Pooh.
Period.
Really, I guess I just want people to understand that, of course, you're never going to end it because gay, lesbian, all that stuff has been around since the beginning of time.
Yeah, forever.
And second of all, again, like I said, when I get to heaven, they ain't gonna ask me. God ain't gonna ask me about Nisa. He ain't gonna ask me about Kiki.
He gonna
ask me about the works that I've done.
Yeah. Your work. Let your work speak for you.
Right. So when they go to heaven, he ain't gonna ask them about me.
No.
So I don't understand how they make themselves so much concern.
He might ask that question. What did you do when that young lady came to you and spoke on X, Y, and Z? How did you handle that situation? So he may just ask that question because, like you say, even though we're held accountable for our actions.
Right.
So
absolutely.
How did you treat her when she told you that
absolutely.
she was gay? How did you?
But he's gonna ask that question in the matter of your works. But he ain't gonna be up there talking about Kiki, girl. How was Kwana? Did you? How was she on Thursday, January 20? No, it ain't gonna be nothing like that.
He's gonna ask you, how did you treat her, or your man, or your fellow woman, or your fellow man,
or your work? Like, what did you do to help? What did you do to add to? Absolutely. Absolutely. And to piggyback on something you said, like when my dad met V, and we had moved in together and all of this, and my dad said, listen, I love my daughter and I love who she loves. Same thing you said. All I ask is that you don't put your hands on me. That came from daddy. And I was like,
mama.
When she told me that, I was like, oh, he told you that? I said, well, you better not put your hands on me because I'm going to tell my daddy. But, I did do that. I was like, I'm going to tell my daddy. But it was all in joking. And we've never even been that deep into anything bad. But, it's just, if they're treating you right and they're caring for your kids, and to piggyback on something else you said about the kids, like, even though my kids, when I met V, my boys were 6 and 12. They are now 31 and 27. That's just how long we've been together.
Mm-hmm.
But when at the age of 6 and 12, we might hug, hey, yeah, we didn't kiss in front of them. We didn't sit. Like, I didn't put that in my boy's face.
Right.
Like that. Even though they knew we two women living together, but I didn't, I wouldn't sit on her. I wouldn't do all of those things in front of my boys.
And that's where I said in the beginning, that's why I was like, don't do that in front of me.
Right.
I'm not ready. I'm not don't do what you do. And if I come around, I come around. If I don't, then we'll work that out when we get to it. But
when we get to it.
Right now, don't force that upon me.
Right.
We've had the conversation. You say this what you're doing. Okay. But don't force it. Don't force the issue. Let it happen naturally. And she chose to respect my wishes, because if I was going home, and she had her company over, whatever, I would go somewhere else and stay.
Oh, wow.
Because you and this woman are in the same room. She wasn't in another room. She wasn't. So again, I didn't want that visual. I don't
be
want
a part. Yeah.
So I will go, and I have siblings. So I mean, I had other places to go, even if I had got me a room, and that's just real talk. I did not want to be in that. I didn't want to know that you and another woman is in there. And we slept, and as children, your cousins, but you had the bed up all the time.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Real folks to a bed.
Right. And even now, women, it's more accepting if we give each other props, or we like, oh, you're so pretty. Oh, your hair's so pretty. Oh, I like that fit you got on. Girl, you looking good. It's okay for us to compliment one another. But if a man compliments another man, that's a problem. My dad is a man's man. And he'll tell you, oh, yo, I like that hat you got on, man. Or those some cool shoes you got on, cat. You know what I'm saying? That's
I think it would more so be the way that they compliment the man. Because I see men still compliment men today. Man, them shoes is tight, man. Bro, what you got?
It's more prone to looking at it differently if a man compliments a man than us complimenting our sisters. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
We could be like, she fine as hell. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I didn't say not one time, shit, I want to get with her. Right. And we're okay with that. We understand
that. But I be thinking it, oh, she fine as hell.
But see, look, if you say she fine as hell, be like, all right, now, because we know the situation. You feel me? So it'll still come up, but we're still okay with it.
Right.
Versus our men. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's why a lot of them shut down or don't want to communicate.
Right.
Because,
they don't.
They feel that I ain't man enough. If I'm not a man, if you compliment.
Tina laughing at me.
If a man compliments another man, then it's a problem.
Look, Tina, you remember a long time ago, Tina did this photo shoot with a bathing suit. I was like, Tina, now I'm looking at you a little different in that bathing suit. Because her legs, Tina's legs was all nice. This had to be before COVID. Like, this was years ago. And it wasn't said disrespectful, and Tina know that.
And I know what bathing suit you're talking about, because we all were probably doing the same thing.
Tina's legs was looking good in that bathing suit.
I remember that. I'm telling you, I know. We all probably know what bathing suit that was, because we all probably saying the same thing. Damn, Tina.
Yeah, the legs was looking good. But look, she said, I remember that. Yeah, because I told her, Tina, I'm looking at you a little different in that bathing suit, girl. Them legs. But society is always gonna place their expectations on what men should do and what women should do and how women should act and blah blah blah. And it's just like we have to stop trying to live at what society is saying. Mm-hmm. We have to, because
look, Tina say, why Nisa ain't agreeing?
What? I don't recall the bathing suit. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was years. That was way before COVID. It was before COVID. That was a long time.
That photo shoot they was out there in the woods.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
I know. Yeah.
You know what picture I'm talking about. Yeah. Yes, buddy. Yes. Look at Lisa like
I wasn't there. I don't recall that one.
I wasn't there either. But I'm saying the pictures, you know, she showed the pictures, Lisa.
She posted the pictures on Facebook. You couldn't help it. You couldn't help it. You couldn't help it.
But yeah, and like you're saying, you know, we have, you know, whatever choices. That's why the mental health and the suicide rate is so high, because like you said, they feel that they can't communicate. And if you can't talk to the people that's supposed to love you,
then
you know, the people that love you turn their backs on you, then who else do you have?
Right.
Yeah. Right. And that's the thing, they don't have anybody, because when your family turns your back on you, you don't have that. And now you have society turning their back on you. So you don't have that. Then you have your friends turning their back on you when they find out. So you don't have that. So then what? I have nobody. So why am I here? Bam. Here we go. I'm going to hang myself. I'm going to shoot myself in the head. I'm going to do this. So that's when all of those things come into play, because you have nothing.
Like it's contagious. I mean, like it's going to jump off of you and jump on me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Nisa K, you've been quiet. What you got to say about this whole LGBTQ plus thing? I want to know your thoughts.
I mean, I see it as, you know, you love who you love. As you guys have already said, it's been around forever. I'm a big fan of the all of the British documentary type movies that show how the royal family got down. And the royal family got down.
Oh yes, I've seen it.
They got down with each other. It didn't matter if it was man on man, woman on.
If it was a hole, they was in it.
If it was a hole, they was in it. Yes. And I mean, just like, you know, growing up, there were people that were of the homosexual nature everywhere. Everybody knew the piano player was gay. Everybody knew, you know, your
choir director.
The choir director, your classmate, everybody knew. It's just it wasn't talked about. But I mean, everybody knew. And so now what's happening today, right now, just it saddens me, because it's like they're literally passing laws to stop these people from being who they are. They're not bothering nobody.
Yeah, we didn't actually get to that, but
they don't even do that much.
Do that another time.
Yeah, they don't even do that much to the child molesters.
Right.
Like Absolutely. It's a whole nother alternate universe of people that have this, like, I want to call them tunnels, almost virtual tunnels, where they are, you know, stealing kids and people and taking them and doing God knows what to them. Yeah. They ain't even messing with them like they trying to mess with the whole community.
Right.
I don't get it. I have several people in my family that are gay. And it's like, so what? Okay. Right. They ain't bothering nobody.
Almost like, so what? It ain't got nothing to do with me.
They got nothing to do with you. They ain't bothering you. Leave them alone.
I don't fuck with you.
Right.
You stupid little
you. Leave them alone.
You
they ain't bothering you.
You
don't bother you. You don't bother them. Leave them alone. Let them live their life.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's my whole thing about being a part of this community. It's like, mind your, I wish I could remember all the words to Kevin Hart. Mind your damn business.
My mama said, mind your goddamn motherfucking business.
Like, like, I ain't bothering you. Like, mind your business. And I'm going to mention this, but I don't have I can't remember what state it is. I want to say it's North Carolina. And we talked about this at the the business summit I was at. And I want to wait, I gotta say this about, let me
Your
pull up
shirt
this
looks so
picture
good.
because I
That
took
shirt nice,
a
Quanah.
huh?
Your shirt look good, man.
Yeah, don't it look good? Cut them up, Kate. I wanna say this. I took a picture of this yesterday. So do you know the LGBT plus community spends $1.7 trillion
With a T?
Trillion.
with a T in the economy.
Yeah.
It's the LGBT plus community.
Yeah.
1.7. Wait, let me show y'all the pic. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me show y'all. I had to take a picture because it was in a PowerPoint that they did over that way at the thing. Do you see that?
Yep.
That's the LGBTQ plus community that's spending this kind of money.
Yeah.
And we can't even get the respect that we deserve.
It's sad. It's the same thing with African Americans. We spend a lot of money, but we can't get the respect we deserve either.
But yeah. I mean, it's all the same. It's
all
all
the
the
same, is
same
what I'm
because we're
saying.
all
Yeah.
human. So I don't put the LGBT community no higher than the other. But it was just astonishing to find out that we're spending $1.7 trillion in the world, the LGBT plus community.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And it's and it's several states, because I was just looking at the
it's several
states that are banning drag races and passing laws. It's not all 50. There's some that's like, whatever, let them people live.
But
like
let
North
me
Carolina,
tell you this though. What you don't want to do, and we've seen it from celebrities, what you don't want to do is piss off the LGBTQ plus community.
No, you don't.
Celebrities have made the mistake of doing that, and it is not in well for them.
You get canceled.
Out.
You get canceled quick.
Completely out. But I wanted to say that I think it's the state of North Carolina now that are prosecuting family members or parents for allowing their kids to go through transgender surgeries under the age of 18. That is something that we're fighting in Congress right now. And I want to say it's North Carolina, if I remember correctly. I took so many pictures, y'all, yesterday when I was in this business summit. But my thing is, how can you prosecute a parent for allowing their child to be them and letting them just be who they want to be? You ain't paying for the damn surgery, so why you gonna put these people in jail? Like, why is that? And also how they are trying to ban transgenders from certain restrooms and all of this. And let me tell you something. This summit was at the Federal Reserve Bank downtown.
Okay.
First of all, let me just tell y'all, I had a hoop getting in there because when I got first, they had a car in front of me, and the police officer came out, took their license, took my license, went in the room, and he stayed in there a long time. So me being me, I'm like, shit, do I have any tickets? Wait a minute. I hope I'm thinking like, oh wait, is they gonna come get me? What they doing? So
they go
after about like 10 minutes, he was in there a long time. He came back out in the car in front of me. He gave him their license back and he told him something. And then he came to my car. He said, you're cleared. He said, but I'm going to guide you back out and we're going to let this car in. Needless to say, the Federal Reserve Bank, I pulled up. He said, well, we have to check your car. I'm like, okay, no problem. Do I need to get out? Baby, that white police officer came out. He said, I'm going to need you to open both glove compartments, open your middle console, open all 4 of your doors, pop your hood and pop your trunk.
What?
Do you oh yeah, Federal Reserve? He said, do you have any mace, pepper spray, tasers, knives, anything in your car? I was like, no, sir, I do not. I said, wait. I said, I have those things. Let me make sure. He said, well, I need you to make sure before I search your car. I say, no, I don't have anything. You can search the car. I say, wait, I open my door and I keep a little pair of scissors in there. So I say, wait, I got some scissors. And then he said, I'm not worried about a little pair of scissors. I'm not worried about that. So then he was like, do you know how to open your hood? I'm like, yeah. He said, well, I need you to come around, open your hood. I opened the hood. He looked, closed it down. So then he said, I need you to go and open your trunk. I said, oh, wait, shit. I got a bat in my trunk. So he was a really good police officer. He said, well, we're not worried about a bat. He said, but I'm just going to give you a little advice. A defense attorney once told me, if you have a bat in your car, make sure you got a ball or a mitt. Because if you don't, they're going to automatically assume that this is a weapon. But if you have that in your car, and I'm telling this to everybody that's listening, if you have that in your car, then they're going to say it was for recreation, but it's the only thing she had to defend herself. You got it?
Good to know. It's good to know.
So he said, no, don't worry about it. He said, that's good. He checked it. Then he walking around with the mirror under the car. They doing all of this. And I'm like, did this to get in the Federal Reserve?
Yeah.
But, you know, these different things that were talked about, it's just so much information. And it's almost like a revolving door with the LGBTQ plus community.
Yeah.
You know, it was like so much and so much information. Like, we'll have to do another show on that another time. But I wanted to know, Nisa, what you thought about it. And you said what you thought, you know, how you feel about it and what you thought about it. Mm-hmm. So we only have a few minutes left, but I do want to talk about this situation and get y'all opinion. It's almost like a Reddit, but it's not a Reddit. So on Ryan Cameron today, he played a clip of Shaquille O'Neal talking about Shawnee O'Neal. And he was talking to his sons. So what he said, that Shawnee was a great wife, she was a great mother, and he was telling his son that there's 3 things that a man should do. A man should provide, protect, and love. Most men can only do 2 of those things. But he told his son that he's going to teach him to do all 3 of those things. But then he proceeded to say that Shawnee is his wife. And he will always protect her and his kids at all costs.
Yeah.
She ain't your motherfucking wife. She's married.
Not his wife.
She's not his wife, but that's just how he said. I've seen him say that before. Because he regrets how he did that.
Yeah. So Ryan Cameron was asking people to call in and say, you know, how they feel about it. And one lady said her husband needs to say something. But at the same token, Ryan Cameron said he's a man of God. He ain't worried about Shaq. He got his wife. But for me, this is my opinion. I want to get y'all opinion. My opinion is, I would have said, this is the mother of my kids. I will always protect her and protect my kid. But I would not say that she's my wife. She is no longer your wife.
Right.
And I know
that was disrespectful.
Right. It's got to make the preacher feel some type of way. But he's a preacher. So
but he was saying that before she got married.
Right. But now that she's married, you cannot still call this woman your wife. What's your thoughts, Kiki?
That's disrespectful.
Very.
To call her his wife.
I was trying to find the video, but I couldn't.
With him stating that he will always protect her and the kids, that's still going a little bit overboard. Now, you know, Nisa said that he's still regretting how it all ended, how he treated, how the situation went, and that's fine. You know, if it was bad, you know, and everybody know, then yeah, you should feel some type of way. But the fact that she's moved on and she has a whole husband, certain things should be limited. You can be, if y'all are in the same place at the same time and something happens, and you feel that you have to protect, then okay. But to just say that means you're belittling. And like you say, this man, he probably he don't care. You know what I'm saying? He got her, he with his wife, you know, he feels certain, whatever. But you're disrespecting this man, her husband, as to say what? He can't protect her? You know what I'm saying? You got to be her protector at all costs because he ain't, you don't feel that this man can do the job? You know, what are you saying? Also, Nisa said he was already saying this beforehand. And that's fine. You know, she's the mother of your children. You know, that's just like me saying, you know, my kid's dad, you know, that's their dad. So I wouldn't want nothing no bad to happen to him.
Right.
And if they gave me, you know, somebody called me, I'm going, but I'm not going to overstep my bounds. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not mine. He got somebody else, you know what I'm saying, to deal with that. But if they call me and say, Key, hey, whatever the case may be, we need you here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, I need you to get the kids together, rally the kids up. I will be more supportive because those are my children and that's their dad.
Right.
Versus me saying, yo, this is my baby daddy and I'm finna go in here and I ain't right. No, I'm not stepping. Those are boundaries, certain boundaries you should not be stepping. And he's overstepping his boundaries. And that's just my opinion.
He did. And he clearly said, my wife. And, you know, people are saying that's so disrespectful. That's not his wife. What's your thoughts, Nisa?
I mean, it's definitely disrespectful. But I think Shaq be in his own world. And so he's just, I'm serious. Like, because like I said before, I mean, she was dating and stuff too. But before then, because he would be on a Basketball Wives sometimes. And he even told her that's how he felt. Like she knows that's how he is, but she doesn't really take him seriously because she's like, she already told him, me and you, we cool, we co-parent, we good, but we'll never be back together. That ship is sailed. So he knows that, but Shaq just be in his own world. It is disrespectful. I think her current husband should say something to him, pull him on the side, don't do nothing public, and just say, you know, hey man, I would really appreciate it if you didn't call my wife your wife. I understand that's the mother of your children,
right?
But that's my wife. I think he would. I don't think he would. He would look well. He would look down on him because he told us.
Yeah.
But
I was about to say, have you seen Shaq?
I don't think he would feel any ill will towards him if he said that. Because out of
he's
respect.
Also Shaq. So that's probably why he continues to do and say
what he
be in his own world. It's like it's Shaq Diesel. What you gonna do?
And like you say, and like you say, it's the catch-22. The husband can not say anything and be like, man, I ain't studying this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm good. We good.
First of all, he's a pastor.
Right.
Yeah. First of all, he's a pastor. I don't think he's going to really address it. But what I do think is that Shawnee should address Shaq. And then if it continues, then homeboy, I know you went to court, but
I'm gonna say, but here's the thing: he's a pastor, but he's a man first.
There you go.
He can still have that manly conversation, outside of the cloth.
Yeah,
right.
I know this. Don't take this dressed up. Don't take this for, you know what I'm saying. Don't. I just look
don't
like
let this fool you. Yeah,
I just look.
Don't let the Bible fool you.
Right,
don't let the Bible fool you because I use it.
But,
you know, just, you know, I know, like I said, and that's what, society want the husband to speak. And they'll look at it as if he ain't saying nothing and he a punk and he this man is probably ain't even paying no attention. You know what I'm saying?
He not,
I got her. That's my wife. I love her. You know, we living life. We doing to do. It don't even matter what Shaq say.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, if you keep being disrespectful, bruh,
then
it's gonna be a problem because now if the understanding is between the two, Shawnee and her husband, don't even worry about it. You know, like you said, Nisa, let him be in his own little world, doing his own little thing and saying his own little thing, because people looking at him like, Shaq stupid as hell.
Yeah.
Right.
He's saying, he's talking, you know what I'm saying? That Shaq don't even make no sense, bro.
Right.
That is not your wife.
Like you say, that's Shaq Diesel.
He didn't already been with several women after Shawnee, like
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, no, leave that alone. Let that go. You fucked up. Let that go.
Royally.
Yeah, so let that go. But don't continue to disrespect this man and think just because you are Shaq Diesel that it's gonna go over well. Not necessarily so.
Not necessarily.
So that man unzip that robe.
Okay.
Oh, okay, then. Okay. I've had my share. I've had my spill.
Okay. All right. Listen, y'all. Go ahead.
Wait, hold on. I know we got I know we gotta wrap it up real quick, but what do y'all think about this damn mini capsule that supposedly is okay?
Adrena posted something that I had to repost. It's Juneteenth. Our ancestors got them.
Right.
I saw that, but look. They'd have did better by going to Lake Lanier.
Well,
but then our ancestors are down there too. So
something Ryan Cameron say today, because everybody was saying a submarine. It's not a submarine, it's a submerged.
It's
a submerged. It's kind of a submerged. So what he did, I think it's a submerged or something like that. But what he did is he gave the difference. A submarine has life, like it has electricity, it has things. So a submarine can go out and come back. It can do whatever it want to do. Not a submerged. When it goes out, somebody has to go and get it and bring it back.
Okay,
so they knew this before they went in there.
Before they paid $250,000.
First of all, the man who they fired, one of the people that worked there, because he spilled the beans. He said that he did not think that thing was safe.
Wasn't safe. Absolutely.
They said that thing was it was only built to go 1,300 feet or 13,000 feet. The Titanic supposedly is over 4,000 feet.
Right.
The hole the little peak hole that's in there, they say it was only built for that type of pressure, 13,000.
Right.
If they're going 4,000 feet down, okay, stop right there. It was free fall. So it was just dropped
in there.
It was just dropped in there.
And see, what they said was, first they said they was looking for it. Then they came back and said, now it's the recovery. Niggas, y'all knew it was in recovery before y'all even talked about going to look for it, because on impact, the thing exploded.
Either that or it's all crunched up.
Well, that's what it did. It crashed. That was what I got off of Ryan Cameron today, because he had gotten some information. So when it crashed, so the people were already, there's no bodies, you already know there's nothing down there. So why y'all gonna talk about we looking for them? Y'all already knew.
You gotta text a machine that's gonna text another machine, that's gonna text another machine, that's gonna message another machine.
Right.
You in that fucking box with a damn Atari remote control.
With a joystick.
A joystick, and you ain't have no batteries or no extra remote.
Right.
Nothing.
Well,
not nothing.
I think we're gonna get some more information and discuss this a little more next week. We're gonna do that. But
I was on The Simpsons, right? But go ahead.
You on what?
2017.
Huh?
2017. The Simpsons.
It was on 2017.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm sorry. 17 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Was spoken of. But go ahead.
On The Simpsons.
Oh, okay.
On The Simpsons.
So we're gonna discuss this more on next week. But I want to thank the people who tuned in tonight to the Ladies Den. I know this was a hard topic. I wasn't expecting a lot of people to visit tonight, but it was something that needed to be discussed. Join us next week. We are going to have Arthur Cassandra Green on talking about her book. It is called A Love Story, Why I Call Him Lover, Volume 1. Ladies, I'm going to try to get us a copy of this book before the end of the weekend so we can kind of skim through and kind of know what we're talking about. So I'm
going to send you the address to my hotel.
You back in Florida?
She told us last week.
Girl, look. Too much going on. Okay. Yes. Send me the address so I can send it to you. Yeah. But so we're gonna have her on. I have her picture. Preston's doing the flyer for me tomorrow. Okay. So we can start posting that, but we'll have her on to talk about her book, and we're gonna go a little more in depth about this submarine, this whatever the thing is that exploded. Yeah.
The capsule. That
thing, that little bitty thing. So again, thank y'all for tuning in. It's always a good time in the den. I am your girl, Bayou Diva. Again, I want to thank my sis Kiki for these beautiful, beautiful Ladies Den Pride shirts.
Them their shirts.
Look, hit her up, look her up. We're gonna wear them again next Thursday because next Thursday is the last day of Pride Month. And then my girl Nisa have hers on, so we're gonna do a repeat. We're just gonna show our support for Pride. We're not talking about it, but we're gonna show our support. Okay. Absolutely. So join us next week. Cassandra Green will be on talking about her book, A Love Story, and Why I Call Him Lover, Volume 1. That sounds interesting. I definitely want to read this book. So tune in next week, every Thursday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. You can follow us on Facebook at The Ladies Den, Instagram at The Ladies Den 23, and please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Ladies Den Podcast. That's it, y'all. I'm your girl Bayou Diva signing out.
Kiki signing out.
Lady K signing out.
We'll see y'all next Thursday.
Thursday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell them Saga sent you.
All right. But what is this dance called?
I forget what it's called.
Lady K, are you ready? Kiki, are you ready?
Kiki.
Bayou Diva, let them know that you're ready.
It's Thursday night, they at it again. You got it locked into the Ladies Den. It's Lady K, Kiki too, plus the Bayou Diva. You know how they do. From breaking news to favorite foods. She was popping in the city, hot topics too. Advice for your issues if you need to grab a tissue. Just wait till a break, they may say something that'll fit you. Amazing guests live on set. You can laugh to your heart's content. They appreciate the love because it's truly a blessing. My name's Saga Boss and I approve this message.
Saga Boss!
Hey. We need to get this chorus together, y'all.
So there's no confusion. They love what they do.
The Ladies Den, Thursday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell them Saga sent you.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew, pew, pew.